Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here and today I'm doing a book haul. So in today's book haul, there's not too many books to talk about. Quite a few of these were sent to me by publishers, so thank you very much to them for that. And let's just dive straight in. The first one I've been sent was from Walker Books and it's called Maybe a Fox. Now this was sent unsolicited, so I don't know much about it. On the back it says, Sylvie and Jules, Jules and Sylvie. Jules adores her older sister, then into the thin air Sylvie goes missing. As Jules stumbles into grief, a fox cub is born, a shadow fox, spirit and animal in one. The fox hears Julie crying out for her sister and the air prickles with something unsettled. As the dark unknown grows, the fate of the girl and the fox cub are about to collide. And this says it's a touching and powerful contemporary story of sisterly love and grief with a twist of magical realism. So this is out November, so I'm interested to see this one. It sounds interesting. So I think this one's aimed at the 10+ audience, so I'm intrigued to see what I think of it. Next up are a couple of books that I asked for from Walker as well. The first one is Shadow of the Moon by Zoe Marriott. I recently read her Barefoot on the Wind, which was a really great book, which me and Janet from Swirly Girly Reads read together as part of our fairy tale retellings. This one is a Cinderella type retelling, I believe. It's about Suzume, who is a shadow weaver. Her illusions allow her to be anyone she wants, a fabulous gift for a girl desperate to escape her past, but who is she really? A heartbroken girl of noble birth, a drudge scraping by in a great house's kitchens, or you, the most beautiful courtesan in the moonlit lands. Whenever her true identity is determined to capture the heart of a prince and use his power to destroy those who murdered her family, nothing will stop her, not even love. I love Zoe Marriott's books. They're always set in this really beautiful sort of Japanese setting. She writes it really well. Her writing's really evocative. And this cover is really pretty, so I'm really looking forward to picking this one up. And this one is out on the 3rd of November. Next up is the third book in a trilogy of which I have yet to read, but I now have all 3 books, and that is The Black Key by Amy Ewing. The first book in this trilogy is The Jewel and the second is The White Rose. I'm not going to look too much into this one because, as I say, I haven't read the first 2, but I'm excited now to marathon this trilogy and see what I think of it. Next is also a sequel to a book that I own but haven't quite got to yet, and that is Gypsy Girl Revenge by Catherine James. Now, I really love the sound of this one. It's a YA contemporary. It's the first one is about a gypsy girl, and I think that's a really interesting story and a theme that we haven't seen in books, or I haven't read any books about gypsies before, so I'm really excited to see how I get on with this duology. And then finally, there's 3 books that I picked up randomly this month. The first is Children of the New World Stories by Alexander Weinstein. This is a short story collection. It's a speculative fiction, short story collection. It deals with mainly stories that look at sort of technology and our ever increasing reliance on technology in our lives, and I'm looking forward to trying it out and seeing what I think. It's got deckled edges, which is always quite nice, and I'm always on the hunt for a short story collection that I can really get stuck into. Next is a book that was recommended to me, and it is called Lick by Kylie Scott. This is a new adult romance. It's about a girl. She goes to Vegas. She wakes up the next day. She's hungover. She is married to a rock star. You know, the kind of thing you do. Can't wait to see where this one goes. And then the final book is a bit of a whim, really. It was recommended to me and some of my other friends by Jean from Jean's Bookish Thoughts, and that is Benefits by Zoe Fairbairn. Now, I know that Jean was recommended this, I think, by her mum, and Jean said to us that it is one of those books that if you enjoyed The Handmaid's Tale, it's got very similar sort of themes or a feel about it. And really that was enough for me to pick it up. It says on the back, is summer a heat wave, tense, uneasy days in the city. There are ominous signs of political turbulence in the dying years of the 20th century. Welfare benefits for women are under attack, but women are fighting back using unorthodox weapons. Lynn Byers does not accept the government's demand for a return to womanly duties. As desperate politicians use increasingly savage methods of control, she can no longer stand aside to watch. A classic of women's writing. And on the side it says, full of wonders, a female H.G. Wells, not just an achievement but a gift to the rest of us. And that was Faye Weldon. And the Sunday Times tipped it as a successful and upsetting novel. And I think this was written quite a long time ago. It was written in the 70s. So a scary one, and one that I'm looking forward to giving a go. So that's all the books that I've bought recently. What have you bought? Have you read any of these? And let's chat in the comments as always, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now, BookTube.